Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Santa Anita Park here on closing day. It is Sunday, the 19th of June, 2022. Gonna look at the seventh race from Santa Anita, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the traditional closing day feature from Santa Anita. It is the seventh race. It is the San Juan Capistrano. It's grade 3 event going for a purse of $125,000. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 8 horses going to the hillside turf course to go the distance of ground of about 2,800 meters, or the distance of ground here of about 1 mile and 3/4 on the Santa Anita hillside turf course. 2,800 meters, about 1 mile 3/4. And I show the diagram. Just gives me a second to look down my notes. Just bear with me. My top selection here, I'm going to take the Kentucky Invader, the 7-horse modus operandi. I'm going to go 7-8-5-3 in the superfecta. 7-8-5-3 super. Top selection, 7-horse opus modus operandi. We're going by Frankel here. Brendan Walsh trains this one. Umberto Rispoli gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 21st of May at Churchill, a mile and a half in the Louisville Stakes, and the horse finished 8th by 3.5 lengths that day, and he just never really quickened up. He just didn't stay the trip. That Louisville Stakes the last few years has been becoming a very good race. It wouldn't surprise me if it becomes a grade 2 in the next few years. He just wasn't keeping up with them. Going to a slower pace, mile 3/4, which I think he absolutely likes to do. I think he's in a better spot to win. 2 back in the lounge race at Keeneland, a mile and a half on the 22nd of April. He finished 5th by 5.25 lengths that day, and he was a little bit wide. He just was, again, lackadaisical, might have needed the race off the bench. And then the 18th of March at Turfway. Mile and a quarter on the Tapeta and allowance race 58,000. Finishing second by 3/4 length. He came from nowhere, stupidly wide. But I thought it was a good race there against some decent horses. And then to Gulfstream. First start as a gelding. About a mile and a half on the Tapeta in optional 35. Went by 2.25 lengths, coming from nowhere. I thought he got the trip well and ran a very good race there. He's definitely, when he faced those tougher horses at Keeneland and at Churchill, he wasn't keeping up. But coming here, not the world's strongest race, I think he could really run a good race. I'm going to take him here. The 8-horse Rijeka is your second likeliest winner for Joe Bravo and Phil D'Amato. Most recently, he started a launch race over the mile and a quarter here last month. He won by a neck coming from nowhere. I thought it was a good race there. Before that, they ran him a Golden Gate option 62, where he just never really got going off the bench. I do think he needed the race. Come to a longer trip, he's proven that he can run a mile and a half on the East Coast. Getting the extra 2 furlongs here shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to give him a shot 7-2 in the multis. But to recap my selections for the 7th from Santa Anita, it is the grade 3 San Juan Capistrano. Let's take the 7-horse modus operandi. Give kudos to the 8-horse Rijeka. 7-8-5-3 super. 7-8 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5. Good luck, everybody.